Alright everyone, let's get this show on the road. Tonight is going to be better than last night. I can already feel it. Most definitely. It cannot be worse than last night, that's for sure. So, today we are continuing with where we left off last night, but I've done some off-camera work, as you would expect. I need some motors. I'll talk you through a little bit more of what I'm doing in a second. I'm just going to try and finish it first. There we go. So this is a drilling rig, as you might be able to tell. And I had a bit of a brainwave last night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was still working hard at this, banging my head against the wall, because I kept crashing the mining ship. So I kept having to do repairs on the move, and then I'd crash it again, repair on the move, crash it again. What's left of the mining ship, you can just see there, that blue stuff in amongst the grass. And it suddenly dawned on me, I don't need a mining ship. I really don't need a mining ship, because you can just do what we did with the old station that we had. If you want to drill something out, just attach the drills to the platform, and that's exactly what I've done. So we have this 5 drill rig set up. I'll talk you through it more, as I say, in a second. I'm just going to try and get all of this finished very, very quickly. So I need large steel tubes. Chuck all those in. And steel plates and computers. That's fine. I should have plenty of what I need. So let's just finish up. Can you guys hear the game, by the way? Don't think I've got any sound playing. I might have to restart the game very, very quickly in a second. I'm not going to do it right now. God, no. Right. Oh, computers. I needed computers as well. Let's get rid of the motors. Let's get rid of the interior plates. There we go. We'll get all these welded up, and then we can start drilling. Now, if I look down, you'll see that I did already start drilling. That point there is the reason why I had to stop, and that's why this drill is in the center here now. For some reason I thought 4 drills, 1 on each corner, would be enough to actually... Oh, I need more steel plates. Would be enough to actually complete the job. But no. It hit the point, the middle snapped off, all the drills fell, and because they were still all switched on, they actually carried on drilling. So I had to chase them down underground, which is why there's those 4 big tunnels. I had to chase the drills underground to try and, well, stop them drilling. So I've also got an arc reactor set up now, which is providing power for the base through day and night. So that's good. That's good. Always good news. That's fully welded up. Just got to do this one, and then the one in the corner. Over here, we still don't have enough steel plates. What is going on? I mean, technically that is finished, so I could just start it up. I think I will do that. I think I'll just start it up. So let's come over here. Whoops. Drill. They're all going to be in a group called drills, funny enough. Save that. Turn them on. Piston. Piston number 2. And reverse. And it should start going down. Yeah, you can see it's very slowly. That's one of the secrets to this. To make sure it works, is you have to do it very, very slowly. It is going down though. If I stand on the ground, you can see it is getting lower. Right. Let's try and get some sound, shall we? Let me put the banner back up for a second while I restart the game. So yeah, I'm a lot more pleased now, if that's even a correct expression. I'm a lot happier with how it's working, and actually I might not need to reload the game completely. Might just have to load it from the home screen. There is sound now, so that's a good sign. Okay, game loading. Just going to send out a quick tweet. Again, I can't talk and type at the same time, so bear with me. So yeah, I feel a lot happier now with the setup. The base is working. We've got batteries that are actually working. We've got a drilling rig that's working. We've got a reactor that's working. You do need to create a special type of fuel for the arc reactor. It doesn't work on uranium, which is good because that means that anything that I do create that runs on uranium, there is a reserve of uranium. There's plenty of uranium in storage waiting to be used. I have some ideas in my head for the design of the drilling machine. As I say, it's going to be quite big, and it's going to be carrying a lot of stone and ice, because I imagine we'll go drill some of that lake as well. But it's going to be like a mobile base, basically. So it's going to drive to somewhere, it's going to pitch up. There might even be anchors that get driven into the ground just to hold it in place. And then it will start drilling. And the drills will probably move a little bit quicker than the ones we've got on the base, because I don't want the ones on the base to get broken. Because we don't have an abundance of resources right now. I've also been practicing. I loaded this up in creative earlier and spawned in a ship and practiced using autopilot, and it's okay. You do need some powerful thrusters though, because I didn't realise actually our base is kind of halfway up a mountain range. So there was an issue of the ship was trying to climb up the hill, but the thrusters that I had weren't powerful enough. So it was doing this weird twisting, turning thing, trying to get up the hill. It made it in the end. Needed a little bit of extra boost attached, but it did make it in the end. But what that does mean is something else that's been added to the learning curve. You need powerful thrusters, atmospheric thrusters, and you also need to make sure that you have enough power being generated. Because that was the other problem. I put too many thrusters on when I was testing, and the whole ship fell out the sky. Because it was overpowered, so all the thrusters shut down, which I think is a bit stupid. I think if you end up overpowering it, it should just limit the amount of power being sent to each thruster rather than they all turn off. That doesn't sound very realistic to me. I don't think I've ever seen a ship that becomes overpowered, just suddenly everything turns off, because there's still power. It's not like there's no power anymore. So yeah, anyway. So I think the aim of tonight's stream will be gather more resources, get that drilling platform finished, which it is, and it's starting to drill, and start building a docking port for the big drill machine, which should be doable, and then actually start putting down pieces for the big drilling machine. So yeah, I'm quite excited. I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to look when it's finished. There is a long loading screen. Obviously, actually, I think you guys, I can bring you back into it now. Oh no, maybe not. If I alt tab, now I can bring you back into it. The game does look really nice. I have to give them credit for that. They've done a good job with the aesthetics of it all. So at least that's one thing that does look good. I mean, it all looks good. Everything looks good. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And I think I might have streamed it actually. I built a rover called Roaming Rover. That was the one that I was using for the autopilot testing. And yeah, as I say, it did okay. Considering it was all ion thrusters, there was no atmospheric thrusters at all on the ship until I added some on. It held its own quite well. I was quite surprised. But, as I say, it did need a bit of a boost. So, we're going to be looking at that as well. I think right now, the most sensible thing to do would be to build something on wheels whilst we're gaining resources. Once we've got resources, we can start building big ships with loads of thrusters pointing in all directions. But that's a little way off still. It's a couple of weeks away, I would say. If I only stream this once or twice a week, that is. Who knows? What I do know is, once again, there's a long load screen. I do apologise for that. There's also someone screaming outside my window, so I apologise for that too. I don't know what else really I'm going to plan with this series. Let's say the drilling ship is such a big project, I haven't really thought that much further ahead. I mean, a base platform would be nice. But, I mean, we have a base station. Maybe a secondary base station somewhere else on the planet's surface would be good. Just as another port of call. In case the ship, or in case the drilling machine starts running out of power, I will be throwing solar panels on it, of course. Mostly for movement rather than drilling purposes. I think there should be a reactor for the drills. It depends though. It does depend. But there is a plan for tonight now. There is a plan. There's things put in place overnight. I wasn't rushing it like I did yesterday. I was meant to start this, well, I was planning to start this an hour ago, but I was still caught up getting that drilling rig working. Once I knew it worked, then I put it as a 4-prong. Then once that broke, I managed to grind everything down and reclaim all the resources, and now I've redone it as a 5-prong, so it should work perfectly now. There is loads of gravel in our system that the centrifuge is working its way through. I think it's like 200k worth of gravel. We had, I think it was 500,000 worth of stone that's all been processed by our refineries. And I'll show you the centrifuge in a second, because it's been moved. It's in a different place. And I also went with the high efficiency, I think it was called, centrifuge, which did take some resources, but it was worth it. Same with the arc reactor, and same with, I haven't gone with batteries this time, I've gone with capacitors. So there's a lot of stuff. What I did was the mining ship, as you see, has been completely deconstructed apart from some of its shell, which is fine, because you know it's one steel plate per part of the shell, so that's not a problem. I think it's like 12 steel plates we're missing. But the fighter ship that goes on the other landing pad, I also used the grinders on the base to grind that down, or at least most of that down. There is a big chunk of it that flew off in a random direction and I'm yet to find it. But yeah, that's all been done as well. So I've got some resources reclaimed from those two ships. That's how I managed to build the arc reactor in the drill, and then gathered some more resources from that to build the capacitors, and then what else? Well, actually, I did do some mining in the mining ship first. I should say that. There's a lot of holes around here where I've been mining. You can see the world is slowly loading in. Nearly done. It'll go black in a second. There it is. And pop. Now. Pop now. Come on. There we go. That didn't sound good. Was that it just starting to drill? Quite a powerful piston actually. There's no shaking at all, which I'm quite impressed with. But you can see I did some mining here. This is also where the ship crashed, which doesn't help. And then over at the lake, which is over there, make sure I don't fly into anything, I did some mining of some ice to get oxygen and hydrogen, and also there's actually a rock face. I'll go over there and show you. How much hydrogen do I have? Yeah, I have enough hydrogen. I've got some bottles on me as well, I believe. Yeah, there's a rock face here. I actually did some mining into this. Was it this one? I think it was this one. I can't see where I did it now. But I definitely mined into this rock face somewhere. And that gathered quite a lot of resources as well. So I was quite pleased overall. I think I did a good mining mission. And then it was on the way back from that. I docked, emptied, and then went to start mining again. And that's when the ship flipped over and crashed just down here. And that's me running out of hydrogen. I can get another bottle, I think, without dying. Yep. Oxygen, oxygen, hydrogen. That's what I want. We'll stick that there, we'll stick that there, and we'll stick that there as well. They should go get filled up again. So yeah, this is going to be drilling for the next, I don't know, a few hours, I would say, until it gets to its maximum depth. You can see there's 4 different levels, I think, to that piston, and this is only on the first level still. So, plenty of resources to be gathered from that. Because of that, we do have the ability to start producing. So, if I show you, actually, I'll show you where the centrifuge is now. The centrifuge is this big box, and it's got a conveyor sorter going into it, and a conveyor sorter coming out of it, which is currently switched off. And that's just so I have a bit of a resource buffer. If I come over here, into here, it was on 200,000, you can see it's come down a little bit now, but there's some iron here, there's some silicon, nickel, all that kind of thing. Uranium, there's a lot of uranium now, which is awesome. The arc reactor is here, and it's green, which means it's on. And then we have our capacitors. There's one here, there's one here, and then there's another one here, and then there's a 4th one here. So we went from 43, I think it was, batteries down to 4 capacitors, but they hold a lot. So there's no way that we're going to run out anytime soon. And as I say, what that means now is we have the ability to produce. So, I'm going to come down here. We do have one assembler that's constantly producing arc fuel. It needs uranium and magnesium for that. So, we're going to let that carry on doing its thing. This one here, I did have stuff queued up for the drill, but I'm going to get rid of all of that. And I'm going to start producing for the ship that we're going to build. So let's go and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we need a lot of iron for that. And nickel, and cobalt. In fact, I should probably... yeah, we'll only do 5 lots. That should be fine. So we need 600,000 iron. It's a lot of iron. We've currently got 1. And if you count this, we've got 1,000 there. I don't actually know what's the conversion rate. What is the conversion rate? That's a good question. I'm hoping it's quite high. Let's see. Come on. Conversion. Okay. 70% of iron gets turned into iron ingots. So 1,000 kilograms of iron ore will give you 700 kilograms of iron ingots. We have 1.3 tons of iron here. So we'll get 70% of that back. Mind you, there's still a lot of gravel to go, and there's loads of stone being dug again. If I show you, it's going through it quite reasonably at the moment, because it hasn't hit the proper stuff yet. But once this starts hitting down in the cave again, I mean, you can see they're all digging. The one in the middle isn't digging yet, but it will do. Well, it kind of is. Kind of is. But yeah, that's the kind of piston we're going to have on our vehicle. So we need to make sure that we're producing enough from that. I think also... I'll have a look at the modules. Power efficiency, effectiveness and productivity. I don't know what these do, if I'm honest. But I know we've got the got the power efficiency modules on at the moment. And we'll probably end up with the majority of them on. What does it count as? Mechanisms, lighting, other. They're not on here, I don't think. Okay, hang on. Is there a search bar? There is. Module. Let's come out of that for a second. So the first thing to do would be to build the shell, and then to attach. Then to attach the 4 wheels. So for the wheels, so once we do that, it can then stand on its own 2 feet. We'll also chuck on a really crude cockpit just to put the brakes on the wheels. Actually, it would need power for that as well, won't it? That's a good point. So we'll make a solar panel for it too. Let's see. Some wheels. And then we need the solar panel. Let's go with the default solar panels. And then I need the wheel suspension. Okay, and that should be that. I still don't know what the nanite control factory is. I'll have to find out what that is. Is that like a... Aha! The effectiveness module. It helps the refinery produce more ingots per ore. Actually, yeah. I think we want the effectiveness modules now, because power-wise, we're okay. Okay, so let's start doing that. So let's see, here's our refineries, and here are the power modules. So we're going to grind these down. Bit of lag there. That's why it was saving. These are all the refineries, aren't they? Oops. Right, hang on. The door is... Actually, let's start putting the new ones on. So it's the effectiveness module that we want. There we go. I assume the ingredients are relatively similar, if not the same. There we go. That's that picked up. So I've got to remember which ones I've done. Let's grind down. No, I can't really, can I? Okay, let's build from the inside out. Like that. That doesn't look right. Looks like I put it in the wrong spot. So yeah, that looks like it's set up correctly. So the others need to be set up like that one. Like that, I assume. Like that. And like that. Yeah, that looks better. You can see the tubes at the top there. Metal grid. Metal grid and motors. Metal grid and motors. That's fine, we've got some of them hanging around. What refinery is this? This is refinery 4. Okay, so refinery 4 I'm going to rename to refinery effectiveness. And refinery 3 I'm going to change to refinery power. Oops. That'll be important later on. So was it metal grid and motors? Motors and metal grid. There we are. That should be enough as well. Awesome. Okay. Now the next thing. Where are these refineries plugged in? Is there a door on this side? There is not. But I bet there's one there. I bet there's one there. Because actually... Oh, these are our assemblers as well, aren't they? Because I want to block what goes into the different refineries. So let's see, that there is going to be... I'm going to put a conveyor on this one. Conveyor sorter. Don't think I dropped anything. Nope. That's good news. Yep, slight problem. That's fine. I'm just going to grind it down. I hope it doesn't kill me. Nope, it didn't. That's alright then. That's not actually where the bright spot is, looking at it. So I've almost done that for nothing. Let's sort this out quickly. Let's put that there. That there, that there, that there. That one's almost empty. We are starting to run out of oxygen bottles. So that's the thing. I have to go hand drill some ice. Okay, is everything picked up? am I? As long as I don't fall into the drills, I'm fine. You can see it's on level 2 now. They're all still beavering away. Good, good. Just when I got the chance, pop these away quickly. Okie dokie. Right. So, I need to work out where access to these refineries is from. Whoa. So one thing I'll say about this game is the hitbox seems a little off. Okay, so where is the access to these coming from? I have a feeling it's under these welders. That was close. I keep running out of hydrogen as well, that's worrying. There's no container there anymore. Hydrogen. Let's grab 2 of them. Yeah, I have a feeling these welders are involved in this this setup, so we don't need these welders anymore, really. So I'm going to get rid of them. This is good. This is reclaiming parts, which is almost exactly what the goal of this whole thing was, really. Before we start building our drilling ship, or drilling vehicle. Hello, Allman. It wasn't the best stream I've ever done, put it that way. It was a rather impromptu thing anyway. I decided very last minute as to what game I was going to play, and then just I wasn't prepared basically. So tonight I'm a lot more prepared, which is why things are a lot more slick, shall we say, than they were last night. I can see OBS is dropping some frames. Not many. Some. God, my computer is dropping some frames as well. Alright, that's a cargo container there. Through here is the refineries. Or one of them. So the other one is over there. Okay. Awesome. Let's I can't access that from here, so let's do it in this one. Put some of this stuff away. Now I will need, I think it's interior plates for this next bit. Let's pick all this stuff up as well. Okay, so here's where I'm going to put the filter in. Yeah, here's where I'm going to put the filter in. Oh, am I full again? That's not good. Wrong button. It's really not good. So, I'm going to put half of these away. I'm going to put half of these away. Roughly. That should mean I can pick up the rest of this. That being said, this one doesn't want to be picked up. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to grab some sorters. Like so, and there's going to be one that goes here, and one that goes here. Uh-oh. Let's go charge up. You do not want to run out of energy. That's when everything fails. Your jetpack fails, your oxygen fails. Sonnen Templar, welcome to the stream. Join us at a good time. It's a good thing you didn't come yesterday. Yesterday was terrible. Today is better. Today is a day of progress. Alright, so I need all those construction components again. And computer, and motor, and small steel tube. Computer, and motor. That should be everything. Apart from I haven't got enough small steel tubes or computers. That's fine, I can fix that. That's one done. Construction components. That's the other one done. Right, now let's find the other side of this. Or the other end where it connects up, shall we? So it must be... No, where is it? Let's see, that's the refinery there, isn't it? Where the hell do they connect? Is it on this side? It must be on this side. There must be a door. On this side. How is it getting in? That's really mysterious. So yeah, there's our sorters. So where's it coming in from? Hang on. It might be this side, actually. Okay. Let's empty my... Let's not do it in there, actually. Let's do it over on this side. Just in case something here goes wrong. We're going to empty all of this out. Like that. I still feel like I'm missing something here. But I think the door is under this conveyor junction. Because I can't think where else it would be if it's not there. So I'm going to grind this down. I'm going to grind this one down. Like that. And I'm going to grind this one down. Yeah, there's... Well, hang on. Just in case this is all... Only connected. Nope, it's connected above. That's alright then. Or at least I hope it is. There it is. Okay, so that's where it's connected. That's fine. That's perfect. So now I can replace this part with this part like this. And move all them across. Now I can't stop one transferring into the other once they're inside the reactors. But what I can do is limit what goes in from here. So this is going to be replaced by a conveyor junction. Like so. Right, and this is the power one, isn't it? That's going to bug me that that's upside down. Oh well. Refinery power insert, we'll call that. And it's whitelisted. And it's only going to accept stone. Add. Perfect. This side, this is going to be refinery effectiveness insert, and we're going to whitelist, and it's going to accept ores. Ore, like so. Okay. Now we've just got to connect these up. So there's going to be another one of these that goes. I need interior plates. I imagine I'm going to need some motors as well, and some computers. And some small steel tubes. They tend to be the things you need. Ah, construction components. Okay, I'm going to place them and I'm going to go fill up with construction components. I think that should be enough. I need to take this one out so that I could finish this. Like that. And then I'm going to pop this in here. Like that, and I'm going to pop this one in like this. I need motors. Well, that's irritating. Am I still getting the stone out of this now, or is it being stuck inside the drills temporarily? Nope, I think they're all back in again actually. I think that was that noise I heard. Just check this one, make sure it's empty. It's not empty. I mean, it's always going to fill up with stone because they're right next to each other and I can't move one without having to move everything. So they are always going to end up filling up. Then I need to do the outputs. That's what this side's going to be for. But that's not as important right now. So what was it? I needed it with motors, wasn't it? Never have too many motors either. To be fair, you can never have too much of anything on this game. You're always going to need more of it somewhere along the line. Okay, so this is all set up again. Now I've just got to do the other side where they come out. So 5. 1 there. 1 there. Interior plate, small steel tube, construction components. Interior plate, small steel tube. And construction components. There we go. That's that one done. And that's that one done. Now where am I going to link these two? There's probably a good spot, looking at it. So let's see. If I put a conveyor junction in there. Like so. What was that? Oh yeah, the effectiveness module. Just grab a conveyor tube. So yep, that's going to go in like that. That one's going to go in like that, and then that one's going to go in like that. Oh, it'd be amazing if I had everything that I needed. Oh, I'm 5 motors short. Quick, I need somewhere to grab motors from. Is that still going down? Not sure if it is. I think that's finished. So we'll have to set this rig up. The next job is to take out a little bit and then have it drilled down again. Except properly this time. Alright, motors. That's what I needed, wasn't it? Motors. I like this. I like taking something existent that works and retrofitting it so that it works better. I think that's one of my strong points, I would say. Retrofitting things. And bingo! So we've now got a ton more gravel that needs to be processed. Right, so let's check this quickly. Refinery. Both empty at this moment in time. Gravel. There's some gravel still being processed. Just realised my to-do list is actually a little out of date, so I'm going to change that quickly. Okay, so number 1, refit resource processing. Number 2 is going to be move drilling rig. And then number 3 is going to be frame of drilling vehicle. Okie dokie. Let's got that updated. So I say I think we're actually ready to start moving the drilling rig. So to do that, go to piston. Actually, that's drills first. They all turn off. Piston will retract. Which it's going to do hopefully quite quick. Yep, there we are. What we find ourselves with is a big hole. We'll probably find a use for this hole in the future. Right now it's not going to be that useful, obviously. Now the next thing to do really is to start empty everything that I've got. I can't put it into there anymore, can I? But I can put it up here. If I remember to press the right button. Right, start grinding all these down. So we'll do the drills first, as you'd expect. We have to go empty. The good news of this is we should have more than enough parts for this entire process. Because all we're actually doing is using parts from, well, we just need parts for a conveyor. A little conveyor system. Did I drop anything there? I mean, if it's steel plates or something like that, I can get away with it anyway. In fact, whilst we're here, here is probably going to be a very good spot for it, actually. I'm going to put in a cargo container. A small one. I need interior plates. That's not a problem. I'll do a swap. Oh. Oh. Yes, that makes sense. I can't take anything through. So this cargo container is going to be really handy. Interior plates. There we are. And I'm probably going to need motors, small steel tubes, loads of construction components, more interior plates, no doubt. Do I have any here? I don't think I have any more here. Got a couple more there. Okay. I've no idea if that's the right way up or not. That was just a pure guess. Metal grids, computers and displays as well. Whoa. I only ended badly. At least I can respawn at my base now, because we've got power. Metal grid, display. It was computers as well, wasn't it? Just make sure I've got enough displays. Oh, it's upside down. Never mind. Right, and everything from here is going to be chucked into this. Whoops. Oh boy. That wasn't smart. Outside ones first, Mark. Outside ones first. You see, that hole is deep. It fell a long way, one of those drills especially, and it just kept going and going and going. There was a real chase catching that one. I really need to reset my desk up so that it works as a desk again. Very uncomfortable. Oh, I dropped some parts. That's not good. Okay, they both settled where I can see them.